Kylie, these are my parents. His dad is like, oh wow, she's beautiful. I love to get to know her. Here is Sky meeting up with her family and friends. He has reservations about lying to her still. Kylie's clothes ended up on the floor. Things are still hot and heavy, even though Storm knows this should not happen before she knows the truth. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Justamomthatsims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Twin Flames adventure. This is a Sims 4 love story. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. We are starting the episode off with Storm. He is calling Kylie and he's saying, hey, I really have something big. I want you to meet my parents. You may be wondering immediately if you're following this series, why would he be asking her to do that? Has he told her the truth about his brother standing in for him on that first date? The answer is, of course not. No, of course not. Is my living in vain? Yo, no, he hasn't. Let him ship this off. He actually sold another, like an oil burner for $1,004, and we need to relist this cake plate, and he sold everything else he had. So I think he'll come in and probably cook something, or he can actually get leftovers. He bought a leftover plate from his brother's house. He had a wonderful harvest fest. They had some turkey, and his brother had his house decorated. They were really thankful to be together, and they played sports. They did a crossbow competition. It is actually right where we left off, but later that night. So Harvest Fest is pretty much over for the most part. Kylie was shocked. So she was like, yeah, sure, I'll meet your parents. She feels like this is a big step. She's really happy that this is something that he's decided to invite her to. Let's get into our goals for the episode and we'll talk more. So tomorrow they are having a day with his parents where they just go swimming and stuff. It'll be after work. It is the beginning of fall, but they're gonna go and meet up at this pool in Windenburg. It's indoors, so they can really swim and have a good time if the weather takes a swing. And later on, Kylie is supposed to be going to a weenie roast with his brother Scott. Of course, she thinks she's talking to the same people. Their voices are identical. They look identical, except one of them has a birthmark, but she hasn't seen either one naked yet. So that's the thing. But also, I need to show you something. You know that Kylie and Skyrim have a pretty high romance at this point. They do kiss. Now, she's never kissed Storm, who's supposed to be the guy she's dating, but they do have a little budding romance now. It's probably at like 15%. He still doesn't know her the way his brother does, but he knows she's a genius. She's a music lover. She's a foodie. He doesn't know the other things about her. He knows that she has a culinary degree. He knows that she struggled to graduate with decent grades from high school, but really found her calling in food at the University of Rochester. So much so that her degree is distinguished. Under relationship, it gets complicated. It says it's too early to tell, but there could definitely be something there. Their romantic feelings are neutral, unknown attraction level, and he did learn that she's a people person. That's what he is feeling, but we know that Storm is smitten by Kylie, but nervous. He's not talking to her the way he should. He's not doing a lot of things that he should be doing. In the meantime, his brother's been talking to her. His brother still has this spoof app of his phone. That's what they did when he switched places with him for the date. This is the big thing, guys. Stormy does not know that his brother Skyrim saw Kylie again. It wasn't an official date. To be fair, they ran into each other in the marketplace, but she was grieving because Storm still doesn't even know that her bio dad, Austin, died. He knows that her dad that raised her now's passed away. So that's something that Stormy found out because she was looking extra sad. He thought it was that her stepfather passed, but Sky asked questions and he found out that she had these mixed feelings about her bio dad passing. She didn't have their relationship, and it's not that she misses it or the opportunity. It's just the back-to-back deaths. So she's been keeping her little twin siblings, and one thing is, you know, she noted last week how different they are, even though they're identical, her twin siblings. Guys, I want to say I could not make that up in the game if I was trying to. Her mother, who is now an elder, literally decided to have another baby, and her husband died. We went over and found out he was twins. So I have to remember to say her twin siblings versus these twins. Storm did feel like Sky was acting different because they're very close. They're best friends, even though Sky has another best friend. But Storm felt like something was different. He was friendly, he was laughing, but again, not just twin siblings know each other, but especially them. So he felt a shift. He doesn't know what it is. It's gonna be interesting because how's this gonna go? What is Storm thinking? I think one thing is he feels like he wants to introduce Kylie to his parents. He knows that's not gonna be at their house, so she won't see like pictures of the twins up or something like that. And just knowing his parents, his dad and his stepmom, they rarely refer to the boys as twins. Like when they're talking to other people, it's usually their brothers or just by name. Stormy this, Sky this. They're brothers. They're always arguing, that kind of thing. He's confident he can manage manage the situation. I don't know if I'm confident he can, but he is. Kylie did invite Sky to this weenie roast. Now, how can she be talking to the two brothers on the same number? Well, Sky told her his first very active lie, and that was that, hey, this is my work phone, which is Stormy's number. This is my personal number, so you'll see it pop up sometimes, but if I'm real busy, I might grab my work phone. The thing is, God knows Stormy, he's so nervous with romantic relationships, and he told him, like, he's not been calling her like he should. He is calling very sporadically. Sky, he's in regular contact at this time, especially once he found out that she lost her father, so he's checking in. So when she sees the original number pop up, she just thinks, oh, he's busy, he's calling from his work phone. So that's the convoluted lies we weave. Oh, what tangled webs we weave when first we practice to deceive. Where did that come from, y'all? Where did I read that? Anyway, that's the plans for the episode. Sky is going to see what swim trunks he can dig up. And he actually found 2 pairs, so he wants to try them on real quick. He's thinking the longer will do. These are the short ones. I think he looks great. But he's like, yeah, I'm going to go longer. You know, he's almost got that dangerous V on. But you know, he's going to get some rest because he's got work in the morning and then the meet the parents thing. So we will be right back. We are back and Stormy is up getting ready for his day. He has work in a couple of hours, so he has his last thing on Plopsy listed, a cake stand. He's like, I should at least have one more thing done, one more pottery item, so he's going to do a lantern. He's supposed to create paintings again. I don't know if we'll have time for that, but I think what he'll do is just sell this to a collector to make a quick buck, and then we might try to paint like a small painting. Stormy is almost a level 7 in pottery. Yeah, he's going to finish this oil lantern so he can sell this painting and start another one before work. Yeah, it asks us all the time if we like pottery, and we absolutely do. He's going to do a rustic glaze on this. Then I feel like we should do a small abstract painting. He's only got an hour to work. All right, so let's see if he can finish this. He's now got that candle lantern listed, and y'all know he makes buku money on Plopsy with the pottery. Kylie's calling him. She actually was thinking about going on a date with Orange Bailey Moon, and he have kind of been pressing her because he's a little famous, but she just is not interested in going out with anyone else. So this time, Storm got the text, and he's very, very pleased to hear that. He wants to talk to Eric because he's hoping that he can build a really good friendship with Eric. I don't know who this strange guy is in our home. Let me list this on Plopsy when I get home in case he's thinking about stealing, because he looked like he's thinking about stealing. We'll be right back. This is Kylie calling back saying, hey, Stormy, Mark Eagleston has asked me on a date. Should I say yes? He's going to say, no, I don't think it's a good idea. And to be honest, because it's Mark Eagleston, I don't think so either. Stormy is home and he got promoted, guys. He is a watercolor dabbler. $29 an hour. Again, this is the job that he's using to save money, to help supplement and start his business. He knows his brother's best friend, Kirk, feels a little upset about him starting a pottery business in small North Haven when he already has a well-established one, but he feels like he has something new to offer, and in the end, he knows that Kirk will stand by whatever he's doing. We will be right back. We are back, and we are at the pool. Stormy needs to change clothes. He saw Kylie in this swimsuit. She's looking sad. That's not her baby thought, because on like this, it looks like hers. No, that's the lady behind her. But yeah, he's like, oh my gosh. And he's got a romantic yearning from being romantically reserved. To be loved, to be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to be loved. Yeah, that's Eddie Murphy Coming to America. That's not his song, but he sung that song in there. Stormy Holiday is overwhelmed with the need for romance. Wow, that's interesting. April's like, Storm, why don't you have on your swim stuff? He's like, I'm gonna change, but he's already tense. And he's like, I just want to tell you about Kylie. Kylie, these are my parents. His dad is like, oh wow, she's beautiful. I love to get to know her. He's telling his stepmom, and she's like, oh, okay, this is her right here, Kylie. Okay, I've never heard you talk about her. Kylie heard her, and she's not gonna overthink it, but she's like, I wonder why he's not said anything. And Kylie said that April is great, and his dad thinks that Kylie is great. He is going to try to come give her a hug, and they actually have at least enough romance to try a first kiss. They're probably at 20%. I wouldn't recommend it, but he's wondering if he can give her a hug. His parents are going to go on in. The kids are, it must be kid day at the pool, I think, because they're out, honey. They're kind of caught up in this conversation. So he's like, he gave her her a big hug, and she's like, oh, okay, he's kind of different but the same today. He's like, yeah, I just wanted you to meet my parents because I don't know, if we get more serious, I just want this step out of the way. So we're gonna go on over here, and Storm is gonna go and get in his swimsuit. So they're all making their way into the pool. It is getting dark. His dad actually told Kylie about how much trouble the brothers used to get into when they were younger, how they would just get up to shenanigans, and she did say like, oh, that's right, he said he had a brother. He cut them out before they could get farther into that, but his dad did say, yeah, they were just a handful sometimes, but I love them. He lucked out because Kylie is still working night shift, so she did say that she liked his parents, she liked his stepmom and his father. That went well. Storm's gonna change into a sweatsuit while he's out here. The heater's not working in the pool. His stepmom is gonna pee herself. Oh, here's a bartender. We were waiting on a bartender to get here. Let's order food for everyone. Well, I thought we were. The bartender is doing tricks but not working. So let's all grab a serving. I don't know why his stepmom won't just go to the bathroom. Before they do get out of here, because he has had a long day at work, Kylie had to go to work, but his mission was accomplished to spend some time with his parents and also spend time with Kylie to have her meet them. He's going to try to get home soon, but he's looking for his dad because his dad did say that he wanted to talk to him, but I think he's gone on home. So April's the only one still here. We're going to head home too, and he knows that him and his dad and him and April will have to talk soon. Like, he's not going to be able to continue to avoid the conversation because right now he's avoiding it at all costs. So yeah, we'll be right back, but we'll be back with Kylie. We are back with Kylie, who is feeling sad, feeling cursed. She feels like this ring is really a problem at this point. She is going to cook because she needs to prepare some food for work anyway. Kylie's thinking she'll be promoted very soon. She is 2 levels from the very top of being the boss of everyone. She's a sous chef right now. So she's going to prepare this food. Now, our weenie roast is in the daytime at 10 in the morning. So all she wants to do is eat and go to the restaurant, take a nap. She's prepared some food, so that's great because she'll go to work after the weenie roast. Kylie kind of dipped out quick. She did enjoy meeting Stetson and April. Those are Storm's parents. It's just that she's so fresh on grief from losing. Really, Niles is the thing. That's who raised her. Anybody would call him stepfather, but anybody who saw the way he loved her and took care of her with never a moment's hesitation that this is my daughter too, they would call him her father, point blank, period. Okay, guys, I had to just start lighting. It went back yellow, but we got it back on one of the whites now. So anyway, she just got a little anxious about that, you know, even seeing his father. At some point, his father gave her a big hug, and it was just really tough for her. She's getting a nap. She's up. The thing is in 2 hours, so what she does want to do is bake maybe some lava bundt cakes if she has time to make that. That is a dish that takes a little longer. Maybe she should have made like some gelatin squares or something. If not, she'll put them in the fridge. They'll be good for her next party. She's been really trying to get her name spread around Darien. She doesn't want to be famous, but she just wants them to know her here. So we put this in the oven, even though I don't know if this is going to make it out in time. She's got like 5 minutes, so it looks like it made it. All right, it's time to go. We'll be back. We are back. It is a brisk day out here, and Kylie's definitely going to speak to everybody and hug people. Now, this is Sophia Abrantes. She's a teenager. She is actually one of her teen sister Nola's friends. So yeah, we're going to get some hugs all around. Oh, there's her mom, Yamila. Yeah, they're doing their secret handshakes and stuff. Kylie's gonna complain about this jewel antique ring that she found at the flea market that she believes is cursed. So yeah, she wants to definitely hug her mom and give her a kiss. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom, this ring is cursed. But she's like, oh, I really need you to meet someone. I need you to meet Storm. And again, we will refer to him as Sky when we're talking directly about him, but when Kylie's talking about him, he's Storm because that's who she thinks he is. Her mom is saying, wow, Kylie, I wasn't aware that you felt so strongly about Storm. He seems like good company. I'll chat with them. It's up to her now. So we need to roast some dogs. We need to also cook a meal on the grill. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do some baked potatoes, something that's like a side. We should have did corn. But the people are kind of sitting here versus the chairs. I think it's because of the type of fire pit I got. I'm just gonna let them sit between, but he is like immediately blending in with her friends and families though. Here is Sky meeting up with her family and friends, and the whole time he has reservations about lying to her still. Kylie's gonna just grab a drink from the cooler. I think we should roast a hot dog. This lady Ashley Kylie is kind of new to her. She's thinking about moving to Darien, so they've been chit-chatting a little bit. Kylie is flirty and Sky is flirting, so she's like, he's kind of on a roll. He's really liking me and I'm liking him. Yeah, we are roasting hot dogs, and a lot of people are roasting marshmallows. I guess the marshmallows don't count until they finish. We do have a gold medal on this outing. Oh no, it's raining, which is totally horrible on outing like this. But even though it's raining, you see that Sky immediately moved over with his umbrella to hold it over Kylie's head too, and I do think that is super considerate of him. So he is really taking the time to get to know her family. He's feeling so close to her. If it starts raining any harder, they're definitely gonna have to get out. Now Skylar learned Nino's financial status and he's pretty wealthy. He's lying, he's a kid. Oh gosh, it's gnomes, y'all. I wonder if that's causing some of our issues. I'm gonna put them in our inventory because I can never tell if they're bad or good. We're just gonna finish up this camping trip because it is pretty rainy. Oh, he needs to go to the restaurant too. Guys, I think it's more gnomes that we cannot see. There's one. There's two. Oh my gosh. You've been chosen. They will come soon. I don't know who this guy is, Zachary, or God doesn't know one. They've been real lucky not to run in the same circles, y'all. Kylie's thinking about babies again. Even though all her family is sitting right here, she's gonna make a move to kiss him in the rain. She just always thought that would be romantic. She's not nearly as romantically skilled as him, and now she's reaching out for help because she's sad again. She remembers her parents kissing in the rain and doing things like that she knows she won't get to see them do that again. She's just kind of taking time out on the side to talk to Sky and to ask, does he want to keep dating? What does he want to do? He's like, yeah, I definitely want to keep dating you. I don't want to rush you into anything. I want to take our time. Now, of course, that's not exactly the truth, but he has made a decision, and that decision is he's going to tell Kylie the truth, but he needs time, he feels, to figure out how exactly to do that. Guys, the weenie roast is over and they're going to leave, but before they can do that, she's talking about a legend of a sword. She's telling them this story. God likes it, so he's going to ask her, hey, maybe we could go to my place. I want to show you how I live and things like that. And she's thinking, now, I thought he said he lived in North Haven. That's kind of far to go tonight. But he quickly clarifies, oh, you know, I have a house in Darien, a tiny house. So yeah, that's where I live most of the time. But sometimes I do visit North Haven still. It's so many lies. It's so many lies with not horrible intentions. But that's the thing about lying. We will be right back at Skyron's house. We are back at Skyron's house. He ran to get some water, but he is like, hey, you could look around. This is my little humble tiny abode. And she hugs him because she's like, I think your home is absolutely beautiful. You have a crazy amount of land. She's like, can I see if you got fish in your pond? And he's like, yeah, but you should get you something to eat. And then we can go out because I just want to see how it works out here because I got a small little fishing hole, but you got a huge one. Really, she wanted him to come out here and she's like jumping in the water. He's like, woman, what are you doing? But it makes him smile. So he's like, okay, then if that's what we're going to do, why not? He's like, we're in our shoes, just ruining our clothes. You know what? Kylie needed this relief. Oh, Kylie is cursed, air of desire. She needed this with her blues, grief. This is the only thing she could even think that she needed. She's going to take PTO from work. She just got promoted and she needs the day. She's like, see, I told you it's fun. She kind of snatched him. It's getting more serious. And so he's like, maybe we should stop. We need to talk. She's like, really? He's like, I really need to tell you something before we go any further. She's like, well, can we go inside and talk about it? He's like, yeah, before we do anything we could regret, I want to go in. And she's like, regret? This seems kind of embarrassing, but yeah, let's go in. But she immediately started kissing him again. So the words got cut off. They almost made it back to the front porch. So when he's trying to tell her, you can see she's leaning in and she's giving him serious, heavy, flirty eyes and kissing him. And he's like, I just got to tell you. She's like, what is it? Is it like a communicable disease? What is it? He's like, no, it's not that. He's like, it's just that it's getting heavy fast. When he was starting to tell her again, he's like, it's me and it's something about me. And she's kissing him again. She's like, if it's not a disease, and he said it wasn't. The next thing she asked him was, are you married? And he's like, absolutely not. I'm not. A kid, secret kid. He's like, no, it's not that. I still need to tell you though. Again, she cut him off because she's like, I don't need to hear it tonight. Can't you just tell me tomorrow? And she's telling him in between kisses. I feel like this could wait. Somewhere in the short trip into the kitchen, Kylie's clothes ended up on the floor. Things are still hot and heavy. And even though Storm knows this should not happen before she knows the truth, it's happening anyway, because at this point, he can't see himself turning back, even though he knows it's wrong. By the time they made it to Skyrim's room, his clothes somehow ended up here. The talking is over. He knows he's doing the wrong thing. It doesn't matter how insistent Kylie is. He never should have lied in the first place. But right now, he's just determined to enjoy all of the moments, all of her, and everything there is to enjoy. He'll worry about tomorrow later. And even though it's wrong, it's definitely a deception. And even though it's a deception, he's going to live in this moment. And Sky and Kylie Woohoo, Kylie thinking it's Storm the whole time. We'll be right back. We are back. It is later that night. Kylie and Sky both thought that the Woohoo was great. They decided to get up in the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m. and take a shower together. But the shower is getting frisky. Kylie's like, I think I'm fixing to cry. Can you leave? I gotta pee, brush my teeth. And he's like, okay, I'll cook you something. And he's like, do you need me to just hold you? She's like, no, I've had a spectacular night, she told him. She's just thinking about her dad. But as she is doing that and taking care of her needs, she starts to think about her sisters, specifically her youngest sisters, the twins. And it's in that moment where something strikes her. She's thinking, oh my gosh, I must be crazy. When her and Storm were woohooing, she's thinking about how smooth his skin was. But then she's thinking about how when her and Storm went to meet his parents at the pool, he had what looked like a birthmark that was going under his trunks. It started at the top. So she's like, oh my gosh, am I imagining things or what? Anything she could think about is wild. She's determined to find out why she saw what looked like a birthmark and now is nowhere to be found. She's already grieving. She's upset. She's been helping with her mom and taking care of the kids. She's thinking, maybe I'm overwhelmed. That's got to be it, right? But when she comes out of the bathroom, she sees these giant meatballs that Storm prepared, and she's thinking, I can't let it go. I don't want to think that I'm losing it, but it was a big birthmark. It went down his side into his underwear and down his leg, but now there's no signs of it. She's going to go in the bedroom just to see what she sees. When she just looks at him without them doing a lot of moving and shaking, she thought the shower woohoo was great, but when she got in the room, oh my gosh, I don't see anything on him. She's gonna go home and she's got questions, but she's gotta figure out a smart way to approach this because this is strange and she can't think of a reason for something like this. Guys, this is where we're gonna leave this episode of Twin Flames. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's been spicy, it's been crazy, and Kylie's a smart woman. She's on to something. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.